Now there's always something to see in this booth. Bill, what have you got in your hands?
Well, I'm Bill Gouge with Pentax, Rico Imaging Canada. This is the new MX-1. It's a very retro style camera, but with new features. A very fast lens. It's a 1.8 to 2.5 lens that gives you really smooth bokeh at the telephoto end with the wide open performance. It's just incredible. Very, very sharp.
Now, Bill, talk about the build, the construction, and also the inspiration for a camera that, you know, very well looks like it could be from the 50s.
Well, or 60s. I mean, we could all be young. It's brass top and bottom covers. It's got the real heft and weight that you associate with a camera from that era. The layout of the controls, you're in a dial interface for both exposure compensation and the mode dial there, which is very easy to control what you're going to get with the camera. So it harkens back to an age where you took more control of the image, as well as having that look. At the same time, you've got a tilt screen that lets you view from above or below, and it's a nice high definition 920,000 pixel screen, so very bright.
Yeah.
Very durable unit with the brass top bottom cover, and yet you've got macro down to 1 centimeter still with the unit. Built-in flash that pops up.
Yeah. Now tell us about the lens.
This is really the magic here. It's a very fast lens, I mentioned that earlier, but the performance is there from wide open to fully stop down, so that you get that narrower depth of field with the unit. It's a 1 to 1.7 inch sensor, and it's equivalent to about a 28 to 112, so it covers all the standard focal lengths, including portrait, and when you shoot wide open at 2.5 with portrait, you get that blurred out background for a very smooth look to the image.
Now, Bill, you mentioned that it's brass.
Yes.
Now, is there going to be a bit of a patina eventually?
Eventually it will. Now, if I was really bad, I could just scratch this to show the brass underneath, but I'd get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah.
But you do have that real feel to it. Also, when you handle the camera, a lot of the cameras out there are plastic or aluminum, and they don't give you that. It's like the mouthfeel of a chocolate, where you've got that real solid warmth there. Which I don't know, equating a camera feel to chocolate may seem a bit over the top, but it gives you a real, takes you back to that earlier era. And the layout of the controls as well, where you've got direct access without going into menus for exposure control. Because really, when you're talking about taking an image, it's not just composing the image, it's getting the brightness right. And this lets you do that very, very quickly. You can see here, as I'm adjusting, so I've got instant feedback. Yeah. And it's right there by my thumb. I'm not having to change my grip. So the ability to control the image and capture it on the fly for a street shooter, this is going to be a dynamite camera.
And what are you expecting the camera to street for?
About 500.
Yeah, and availability?
Mid-February, possibly a little sooner, but by the end of February.
Good enough. Thanks for your time.
Silver and black.
Silver and black. Good. Thank you.